Hello, everyone. Very good evening. Please let me know if you guys can hear me. I hope I'm live now and audible. Can someone please confirm? Welcome once again, guys. This is the second time in this week we are live now for another great launch. Thanks, Ekta. Thanks for joining and thanks for the confirming. Hi, Saptrisi. Hi, Parag. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Faisal. Hi, Suresh. Thanks for joining. How many of you already using TestCase Studio? Hi, Sama. Hi, Gurdeep. Sure, we will discuss this about, and definitely I will explain this. What is TestCase Studio? There's a tool which is very much used by the tester. Almost like more than 30K testers today use it actively. So stay tuned for it. This is like if this event is all about TestCase Studio. So definitely I'm going to talk about it. Hi, Swas. Hi, Adit. Great. If you are using Selector Sub, then you must try TestCase Studio as well, because this is like one of the huge time saver, and in fact one of the best product offered by Selector Sub. So you should definitely check it out, TestCase Studio. Hi, Rahul. Okay, so hello everyone, and without any further delay, let us start the event. Thanks, Faisal, and great to hear from you that you are already using it. So once again, welcome everyone, and thanks for joining. TestCase Studio, what it is and why this tool. So TestCase Studio is very simple recorder plugin. So when I say recorder plugin, it doesn't mean that it is a kind of like any other recorder plugin where you used to record the test cases or automation script and then you rerun them or execute them. It is absolutely pretty much different from that. It is a tool where you used to where you are able to record your manual actions, your actions which you perform on the web application into plain English sentences, along with a lot more things like you get the screenshot, you get the XPath, CSS selector, logs, steps, URL, and lot more things, which is very much required to reproduce the bug, to file the bug, as well as for the documentation. And that's the reason that most of the testers today use the test case studio, and pretty much almost like every testing companies, those who do the exploratory testing or manual testing so called, they use the test case studio. And today we have so many users out there. This was the test case studio 1.0, which we have launched uh, 2 years back on the first anniversary of Selector Sub. And this month we are celebrating the third anniversary of Selectors Hub, where we are going to launch the 2.0. So it was the time when we launched TestCase Studio. It was a very simple product, very simple plugin. You see that it used to like record the steps, and it just give the data, which is a kind of like just the URL. And if you enter any value in a field to search or in any input box, that it used to record. And the command is like it used to give you the X path or CSS selector like that, and plus delete button. It was just a very simple, and it has been evolved a lot and adopted by the community like anything. And it has uh, got amazing feedback with that. It has been improved a lot, and today it looks like this, which has been evolved a lot. You see that now you get the steps, URL, XPath, CSS selector, logs, screenshot. You can do the video recording, a screen recording, I should say. Then it got like multiple format. You can download these recorded test cases from the Test Case Studio. So it has been evolved a lot, and it got many features. And today it is helping more than around 40K testers weekly in all the different browsers. It is available for Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Opera browser, and all the major browsers it used to support. And it is very helpful, very simple uh, recorder plugin, I should say, where it used to record each and every action into plain English sentences, which you can directly use to reproduce the bug, file the bug, as well as the for the documentation purpose. And not just that, like you see that pretty much every influencer, every YouTuber, every creator and trainer used to recommend TestCase Studio. And you see that this has got amazing response, amazing feedback. Like this is by Naveen Automation Labs, the highest number of views in any video, uh, like 65K views. Then by Asdet Pawan, Mukesh Otwani, Rax, Fundu Testers, Rester Test, pretty much all the trainers, all the big influencer creators has created video and recommended this, and community has adopted like this tool like anything. And you see the feedback by the community has been amazing for this product. And I'm sure like those who are there on this call, they must have seen the potential and the feedback have a great feedback about this product, Test Case Studio. And anybody out there who is using this tool? Faisal, I seen one. So you can see the like in the Chrome store, this is a kind of like only browser plugin which has the all 5-star rating. We have 121 rating out there, which all are 5-star. And you can see the just in Chrome browser, it has the more than 30K weekly active users. And today, on the third anniversary of Selector Hub, here we are introducing 2.0, which has evolved a lot, which got many amazing features, which will definitely going to help you guys a lot in your day-to-day work, in your testing, in your documentation, bug filing, bug reporting, bug reproduction, and a lot more. So this is Test Case Studio 2.0. Here you can see the view. So this is I'm just showing the UI, so it might sound like what you have currently today, and this is what you are going to get. I'm going to give the demo on Test Case Studio Pro version. These features will be available soon in free version as well. So here you can see that this is going to be the new UI of Test Case Studio. And here you are going to get a lot more features. It looks very simple, yet super powerful. Like you will be able to download the test cases in the any kind of format which your system support, which your company support, which your test management, which your testing process support. So everything you would be able to get it and take it from here. So let's see what all features 2.0 got in Test Case Studio. So what's new in Test Case Studio 2.0? Let's see one by one. So earlier we were having the expected result column out there. So many people recommended and requested to have the actual result column. So now we have added that. So here, if you see that, you are going to get this actual result column here. So as soon as you open the test case studio window, you will see the actual result column here. This is the one. So now you will not have to manually, like after recording the test case, you will not have to add that column manually. Like you will be having that column right there. Like let's say if I record some of the steps here, like suppose I'm on flipkart.com and we open, let me just close this and open test case studio here. And if you perform any action here, so that will be kind of like recorded here. So you are going to have the expect result column and actual result column. So basically you will not have to add this column manually now. Then edit column name. So this was a kind of like challenge. Suppose I like downloaded this test case, and here you see that it has this number column is named as hash steps column. This is a kind of like test case steps here we have. But in my company or in my system, it there could be a chance that I'm not naming it, this column I'm not naming it as steps, this column is not named as hash. So in that case, I would be able to now edit this column name, header name right here, like test steps. And this, if you want, you can edit it like anything, whatever you uh, feel like, serial number or anything. It could be anything. So now you can edit all these header names here before you download the file. And then once you like after this, after editing this, if you will download the file, it will be having the same header name, column name which you have edited here. So going forward, you will not have to edit that those fields here, those headers manually. And it all the settings, like whatever changes you will make here, that will be saved. Like now I have closed that, and if I will reopen it, it will be having it here the same name. So you see that now going forward, I will not have to edit those header name or column names. Hi Mukesh, thanks for joining. Great pleasure to see you here. Okay, now next one is hide column number. Now you have the option here that suppose this column is here, let's say hash one only it was. So, and let me just make it as default. So here you have this hash column, which is a kind of like serial number or number of these steps. So many people requested, and many users found that they don't write this number column in their sheet, because test management tool or any tool by default used to have these numbers. So in that case, can we have an option to hide this? So now we have this option under customize. You see that you can uncheck this, and now that column is not there in the UI. So if you go back, you will not find that. So this way, now if you will download this test case, you have that, you don't have that number column right there. So this is another good thing that will help you to save your manual effort out there. Then option not to download the system information. Earlier we have added this, which was very useful for many users, that this system information, because whenever we download the test case or the steps and want to paste it to a developer or share it with a developer to file a bug, they always required the what was the OS version, what was the browser, what was the browser version, resolution and timestamp, everything. So that we added here right there. And when you download the like test case, that always there in your file. But many people said that, like many users said, we don't need this information in our file because our system doesn't support, or in many like for many use other cases. So in that case, now we have this option here that you will be able to uncheck this. So let's say you don't need this, you can uncheck this, and now if you will download this file, so that system information will not be there in the file. So you will be able to have this file or without those number column as well as without that system information. If required, you can just turn on that toggle and you will be having that information right there. So this way it will be able to help you guys. Then rearrange the order of columns. Now it is another great thing that many times, like let's say, let me just add this column back again. So you see here number and then steps. So there could be a chance that your system or your test management tool, or you don't want to have these header in this order. Like you want to let's say you want the css selector first before xpath. So in that case, now you will be able to rearrange them. You just have to hold it here and you will be able to switch them. So you see that wherever I want to put these column, I can change the order. Like let's say I want to put the URL before the steps. So in that case, I can switch this. So this way, it will help you guys to like rearrange the column order as per your requirement. So that's the another feature in TestCase Studio 2.0. Any questions, guys? Any feedback so far? Of course, like we have a lot more amazing things. So any question, any feedback so far in these features? Vijay is saying, what are the new features in this version? So yes, Vijay, we are talking about these new features in 2.0. So yeah, these are some of the features. Great. Thanks, Viswas. Now let's move on to the next set of features. Now you have the feature to add new columns. So let's say here we have this thing, like whatever we have recorded. There could be a situation that my system or in my company, we have more columns in our test cases. Like there could be a chance that there is a column like assigned to, or any kind of column could be there. So now we will be able to add new columns here. Like you see that add column option is here. So if you want to add more columns, like by default it got steps, URL, XPath, CSS selector, these columns. Suppose you want to add more columns, so you can add it here. Like let's say we want the any column you want to add. Like let's say I want to add assigned to, and this is here. So now you see that that column will come here. And if you want to like rearrange it here anywhere, you can do that. So wherever you want to put that column, you can put. So like this, you as many columns as you want, you can add them here through here. It's very simple. And if you feel that it got added by mistake, you can delete it. If you want to rename anything, you can again rename from here or from here, right from the UI. As well as if you find difficult to rearrange from here order column, then we have also given the option here under arrange column. So here you would be easily able to rearrange the order of the columns which you want to do. So now you can add new columns. Feature to add steps before and after. So earlier we were just having this option, like you see that plus icon was here. So when you used to click on that plus icon, it used to add the row, or you can say the steps, blank step, just after that row where you click the plus icon. But there could be a situation that you want to add a row before this one, like before first row, if you want to add a row. So earlier we were not having that feature. Now you have that feature. So if you want to add before or after, that you can do. So you just have to hover on this plus icon, and here you see that we have this up arrow. Means if you will click here any of these options, then it will add a new row up to this row, before this row. And if you want to add after, like let's say you want to add after this, then in that case select this arrow and then you click new row, it will add here. So now you have the option of like adding a row before and after, adding a step before and after, anywhere you can add that. So this way you would be able to like got more freedom. If you ever want to add a step before and after, which you want to add manually, whatever you have recorded, apart from that, if you want to add that, you can do it here. Feature to duplicate step. There could be some situation where you want to like duplicate any particular row. So now you have that option. So if you want to duplicate this row, let's say, you just click on this and it will get duplicated. So you have that option to duplicate any row. Set pre-filled row and add wherever required. There could be a situation that, let's say, let me just delete these. Okay, we have a recorded test case right now, and we want to add a pre-filled row. Pre-filled row could be something like, let's say, there are some predefined values for each and every test case for you. So in that case, you want to add that row always before starting a test case. So it is a like kind of pain point that you add a new row before this, let's say here before adding starting your test case, that something like here assigned to, like my assigned to is something like Sanjay, it is always going to assign to Sanjay or someone on actual result or expect result or anything, like any standard value I always want to add here, like this selectorsub.com, something like that. So now I recorded this test case, I written these manually, so I don't want to add these values or pre-filled things manually every time. So in that case, now you have the option to set a pre-filled row which you want to add anywhere that you will be able to. So here you see that add pre-filled row. Here you can add those things like, let's say, assign to. So this is going to Sanjay, and this URL I want to make it always default as a selectorsub.com. Okay, so now let's go back here, and suppose I want to add a pre-filled row. So here you got option that new pre-filled row. So you click on this and it is here. So now I will not have to add these things manually. So suppose, let's say, if I close this and start this test case studio again, and here we want to do some testing. Let's say I click here, I search for iPhone. So this is my test case, it got recorded here. And now before downloading, I want to add that pre-filled row. So I will just click on this and download this. So you see that it got that pre-filled row before my test case, and I will not have to add anything. So this is just a like very simple examples. There are some use cases where it is very helpful that you will not have to add those things manually. You just every time just click on one button and all the values will be there, because there could be like 10-15 columns, there could be more values, there could be more columns, there could be more headers that will help you to set automatically before each and every test case whenever you are doing the recording or doing the test case testing. Then you can get the recorded test cases as per your template. Now this is the very good feature and very important feature. So suppose right now when you like, let's say you have downloaded this test case, and by default it is giving you some standard format this is giving, which is not as per my company. Like for an example, if I show you one test case here, like this is the standard format of my test case which we are supporting. It could be anything, like in your company it could be something else, in others company it could be something else. So this is the format which my company support. Now test case studio format is absolutely different, right? Because that comes as a standard like, let me just make it how it was, and this assigned to column was not there. Let me just delete that as well. So this is something like which test case studio has, like is number, steps, URL, XPath, CSS selector, actual result, expected result, logs, screenshot. While the template which we are supporting in our company, that is something like ID, work item type, title, test step actions, step expected, area path assigned to, or state, something like this. So similarly it could be like something you might be having in your company standard format. So in that case, how can I get this kind of template, this kind of test case recorded from test case studio, so that I will not have to put any manual effort? So you see that here you can do exactly, you can get exact template what it used to have, what you have. Let me show you how. So here we have the ID work item type. So what we will do, like we will customize here, click on customize, and let's add the columns. So right now ID we don't have in test case studio, so we will add this column ID. Then work item type we don't have, so we will add the work item type here. Second, this was the ID. Then we add the next column, work item type. Then we need a column like title, because we don't have title in test case studio. And this is just one time effort, like you, whatever template you guys have in your company, that you just set once in test case studio, and after that forever it will be giving the same format. You will not have to edit that again. So title, we have added these three columns. Test step is something like number of what number we have here in test case studio, so that we will rename as a test step, because this is 1 2 3, so it's a kind of like this itself. So this we will add here, test step. It is same as this number what we have. Then step action, step action is something like what action selector test case studio is recording, so that we will change here, test steps. What is this, step action, so we will rename it to step action. Then we have the step expected. So in test case studio you already have the expected result, so this you can change it to this column name, as in like you can just copy this from here and paste it here. Then area path is something new column which we don't have in test case studio, so you can add it here. It's very simple, guys. It is just, I'm just showing you that how you can do it in like in your company if you have that thing. Then we have assigned to, so let's add this column as well. And then state, so let add this column as well, state. Okay, so now we have set everything what that whatever columns we have in our company and whatever columns required here. Okay, so let's do this, customize column. So here all the columns came which is required here, you can scroll and see. Okay, now in our template we don't have this XPath, URL, CSS selector. So what we will do, we'll go back here, and we don't have this, we don't need this URL. Okay, so let me uncheck. We don't need XPath, we don't need CSS selector, we don't need logs, we don't need let's say whatever is not required. So actual result column is not required for me, so I will uncheck this so that I can have the better view in the UI. And let's say screenshot also I don't want to see, so I can just hide that for now. And order of column we want to arrange like this, whatever is in my template. So I will click on arrange columns, and here let me just arrange it. First column is ID, so I will arrange it, make it at ID first place. Work item type is second, so I will make it at second. Title is third, so let's put it third. Then test step, then action, then step expected, then area path, then assign to and state. Let's save this. Okay, now here you click on this, and now you see the magic. Let me just delete this for now, everything, whatever steps. Or let's do one thing. This is here, step open, this is there. So for now let's delete these steps which we have recorded and record something fresh here. So here we search for anything, let's say phone. Click on this link, click on add to cart, click on place order, yes, continue. So you will see that all the steps has been recorded here, scroll and all those things. Now we want to download this test case, and it should come same as like this. So here you see that if you notice that this is a kind of like these are the steps which are going to be recorded, and you see that test case, sample, xx, Sanjay, design, this is a kind of like pre-filled values. So here we have this thing, and under customize, whatever is our pre-filled row, in that we will define these values. Like let's say work item type is test case, title is sample, step action, and this is standard. Area path is x, x assigned to Sanjay, and design is state is design. Now you will notice that this we have done, and here we want to add pre-filled row. Click on this. Now you see the magic. If you download this test case, it will come exactly same as what we have here in our template. So you see that here we got exactly same template what my company supports, what we have in our system. So you see that exact same template, I got it. Now whatever changes I made once, you see the magic now. Now going forward, I need not to change anything. I need not to set anything. What I will do, I will close this. Let's say I'm going to test it on any website. Suppose I'm doing Amazon testing. I just have to click on this, and I just need to start my testing. Like let's say I want to buy iPhone here. I'm doing a flow testing on Amazon. Click on this, click on add to cart, and whatever you perform action here. So you see all the steps has been recorded. I will click pre-filled row and download this, and boom, here is the magic. You see that I got exact test case. I can simply upload this file in my test case management tool, and exactly same test case I got, whatever is required, whatever is supported by my system. And I can save a huge amount of time. And this is just like one time effort. You can just customize each and everything, whatever is required as per your system, as per your company standards. So this is how you can completely define your test case in TestCase Studio now in 2.0 the way you want to do it. And if you want to add more row for predefined, so you can add up to 3 rows as a predefined rows, and just keep that selected whichever is required. So that is also there. Like you can add three rows and keep it whichever you want. So this is how you can record the you can get the test case from TestCase Studio going forward as per your standard company things. I hope you will like this feature and it will help you guys. And it's very simple to edit this template whatever the way you want to do. Any feedback, guys? Anything on this if you have? Gayatri, will it generate all the test steps automatically? Yes, Gayatri, like whatever actions you will perform, it will record all of them. So now you can get the exact same template what you guys need. Vishwas is saying this feature of generating test cases in our own format will be really helpful. Can't wait to use it. Thanks, Sanjay. Thank you, Vishwas. Thanks for your feedback. Fazal, defining the custom templates by adding new columns and updating already existing columns are good addition to this already enriched tool. Thank you, Fazal. Will there be any way to not to generate some obvious steps like scroll down, etc.? Am I asking the new feature? No, Vishwas, this feature is already there. Like, let's say you don't want to record this scroll event, shift key or arrow keys. So under customize, you have this feature. You just uncheck this shift key, arrow keys, whichever you doesn't want to require, doesn't want to record. Now you see that if I will perform any scroll actions, it will not record that. You see that it didn't record it. But if I will check this scroll event and then go back here, now if I will scroll here, it will record that. It should record that. I guess I just changed the window. So you see that it recorded a scroll up. But if I will uncheck that, it will not record. So yes, that option is all, that feature is already there. All good. I'm just exploring your current extension on a side. It's really cool. Obviously makes the job easy and time. Thank you. Thank you, Saptrisi. Can we add test data? Yes, test data is already there. So whenever you will be performing any action here, so that data already like you see that enter iPhone into this. So this is a kind of like your data which you are performing, which you are using for that particular test case. Thanks, Gayatri. Thanks. Okay. So this is what we have seen so far, and this is amazing. This is going to help a lot. Great. But as always, like we are not going to satisfied with this. Suppose there is a template, like you guys are might be adding a lot more test cases in one file like this. Let's say this is my first test case which I have recorded, could be on flipkart.com. Then I had showed you guys another test case on amazon.com. There could be another test case on selectorsub.com. So, or in it could be in same website itself, but multiple test cases. So if we are recording like this is my template, and we want to record multiple test cases, and we want to get all of this like in just single shot. We don't want to like keep it on like every time turn on TestCase Studio, then go back, then download, then do another file. We want all this in one file. So yes, now this is possible to record multiple test cases in single shot from the TestCase Studio. This is the major highlight of 2.0, that you will be able to record multiple test cases as per your template, as per your required format from the TestCase Studio. So let's see how you can do this, how you can get this exact same template without putting a single manual effort from your end. Once you have defined all the columns and everything set as per your template in TestCase Studio. So now let's see. So suppose this is flipkart.com. Let me just all close this. Here, just start the test case studio. So you see that we have started it. And here you can see that test case one. So it is going to record the first test case. So you can like just keep performing any actions here. I'm just again, I will give the similar kind of example. It could be anything. Then let's say we click on this thing here. Okay. Now, so it is like recording these two. Sorry. So Flipkart itself gave that 500 error. Unfortunately, it's not test case studio or anything. So here you can see that it has recorded these steps. Now let's go to the go on another website or anything, and here what you can do, like let's say this is my first test case and it got completed. I want to record a new test case now. So what you can do, you will see this option now, this button here, save and continue. So you click on this and you see that here you can record a new test case. So let's record a new test case here on, suppose I want to record it on selectorsub.com. So here I will click on products, courses, practice page. I will do a right, let's say I did a right click here. So all these actions has been recorded now. So these steps has been recorded here. This became my second test case. Now suppose I want to record a test case, or I want to do testing for some website like Myntra.com. So this is my another test case, it got recorded. So now, so unfortunately I didn't click on the save and continue. So I can click on this save and continue. So let me do that to record my third test case on Myntra. So I will just record this quickly again for you guys. So you see that this is my third test case. So now I have recorded 3 test cases. If I want to download all of them together, I can download them all of them together here. If I want to download any particular test case, or I want to see that in second test case what we have recorded, you can just click on that, and this way you can see which test case has what steps, that you can see here. If you want to download all of them together, you just click on this. If you want to download any particular test case, that also you can do, just uncheck this and select this and download this. Or if you want to select all, you can select all. Now here is the thing, that this was my template, like this was the template. And here, before each and every test case, we were having something like this. Few values were predefined, and one value like test case, this is new, like different, but few things are same every time, right? So this is like I will add the pre-filled row. So here this comes very helpful, like pre-filled row in this case of multiple test case. So this become my first test case, this is second. So here I will add the pre-filled row, and here I will change this to test case 1. This is my third. So here I will add another one and 2, and just click on this. Here you can give the like name, if any name you want to give before downloading the file. So let's say uh, launch, I will give any name, launch demo, and download this. And here you see that you will be able to get exact same file what your system support and what you required. So here I got multiple test cases in one file as per my standard template. So here you see that this was my template and I needed the test case in this format. So here I got it. So you can see that exact same test cases, exact same template we got as per our requirement. And this is how you can download and record multiple test cases from TestCase Studio as per your requirement. And this is definitely going to add a lot more value and save a lot more time for you guys. It could be any number of column, it could be any number of test cases, and all those things you already have there, like record screen, screenshot, and in any format you can download this, like it could be in CSV, PDF, doc, and you can also download the screenshot. So all those things are right there. So this is how you can use the TestCase Studio Pro to record multiple test cases as per your template, as per your system, what you guys support. Any question, any feedback, guys, so far? Yes, that test data will by default come in your Excel. So with that comes with along with the step itself. Is it possible to download recorded steps as HTML file? Currently, we don't have this option of HTML file, but yeah, if that will be required, you can always raise a ticket here. So if you need that, you can always raise a ticket here, like under issue, you can add a ticket, and we will be more than happy to add that feature if that is required for you. Any question, guys? Any feedback on this, like how you can record the multiple test cases, and any feedback? Like I'm sure like this will be helpful, very helpful for you all. And I have a request to all of you, those who are watching, that many people are still not aware about these amazing features and these innovations. So please do share these tests, these tools, these innovations with others, so other people will get to know about them. Okay, then let's move on. When will this TCS TestCase Studio 2.0 will be available? So 2.0 is already live on Pro version on Firefox browser. Chrome, it will be available tonight. It is already pushed, just waiting for getting it live from Chrome side. And 2.0 will be released on free version as well. Soon we are working on it, and it will be available on free version as well. Now, I will take your questions, guys. If you have any question on the features, what we have seen so far. Any question, any feedback? Thanks, Ganesh. You're welcome. Okay. So that's pretty much from my end, guys, for today. TestCase Studio 2.0. And with that, thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for joining. And I will be looking forward for your feedback, for your support. Let everyone know about these amazing innovations and tools so that they can save their time and energy. And please do recommend these tools in your company. Let your management know about these time saver tool, how they can improve their productivity, and how they can do the things testing efficiently. And definitely this will improve a lot of productivity of your team. So please do recommend in your company. If you want to give a presentation, or if you need presentation any document from my side, we are always here to help you. You can just go to selectorsub.com, and there you will find all the details and everything. Here under products you will find, or just go to homepage. So how you can get started with Test Case Studio Pro? So here you can just click on this. It's very simple to get started with this. So you have to follow certain steps here. Like you just have to add it in your browser, take a free trial, or you can take a lifetime subscription as well. And then you can just start with, just by following these 3 4 steps, you can get started with Test Case Studio Pro in your browser, and you can just keep enjoying and keep saving your time. And I will be looking forward for your support, and can't wait for you guys to try these crazy innovation. And if you have any support, you can always reach out to us here on live chat, and you can find our contact us details here on the Selector Sub website. So if you need any information, feel free to always reach out to us. You can also let us any of your feedback there in the comment section. If it is you are not able to join live session, then you can let us know in the comment section. So that's pretty much for today's event. If you have any question, feel free to ask. And that's all from my end. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Have a great weekend, great evening, good day. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye. Take care.